special day in the land of Charlie Marie TV because on this day last year I uploaded my first YouTube video and started this channel. As of last week, I have officially been making videos on this YouTube channel for 2 whole years. As of this week, my YouTube channel has existed for 3 whole years. I technically just held up 6 fingers, but you know what I mean. It's official! This YouTube channel is 4 years old. Now though, it's 2018 and Charlie Marie TV is officially 5 years old. So it's time for my annual YouTube life catch up, tell you the things that have happened this year and what I've got planned for the future. So, there was a lot of exciting things that happened this year, but probably the main one is that I hit 100,000 YouTube subscribers. That number still feels huge and like unfathomable to me that many people have clicked subscribe on the little red button on my channel. Amazing. And I cried when my YouTube play button arrived, which seems ridiculous, but I know. When I first started YouTube, I always told myself that if I could get to 100,000 and get that silver play button, like that would be success for me. I would have done what I set out to do. So it just felt really cool. It was a really special moment. So thank you to you if you subscribed to my channel. To be honest, I don't know why you're watching this particular video if you aren't subscribed, but hey, each to their own. My videos over the past few years have become very, very nerdy, to be honest. Lots of like in-depth design process and projects and stuff like that. And I love that you are interested in hearing about that sort of thing because I love talking about it. The second thing that I found really exciting in this past year that I've spent on YouTube has been the amount of public speaking gigs, I suppose, that I've been invited to do because of my YouTube channel. I think I talked about it in a goals video that I did, like for my 2018 goals. And I talked about how public speaking is something that I wanted to get better at, it's something that I wanted to do more of, and that was my focus for the year. I set out intending on making like a speaker's reel and a speaker's page on my website and things like that, which I never did, to be honest, yet, but I still managed to get 4 speaking gigs. I hosted a workshop at Epicurrent's Winter Work Week in February. I spoke on a panel at VidCon, I gave a talk about design for bloggers at Blogtacular here in London, and my favourite talk that I've given like so far in my life was at Craft and Commerce, the ConvertKit conference, where I talked about growing a YouTube channel in a slow and steady way. So those were all super great opportunities. Public speaking is still something that I want to focus on like in the upcoming year as well. But I want to focus more on speaking at design events or like speaking about design rather than speaking about YouTube. I just want to make sure that the balance doesn't like shift off too far into YouTube land where I find myself teaching about YouTube rather than teaching about design, if that makes sense. I still find public speaking very scary and it's very far out of my comfort zone, but I think that's why I like it. You know, it's challenging me, it's a great challenge, and it feels super rewarding when you do it well. In these annual videos, I always like to name a favorite video of mine from the year, and honestly this year I can't pick one favorite, but I'm gonna name 2 series that I started that I've been really enjoying making. The first one is my website redesign series. I think at the time I'm putting this up, there's only 3 videos in that series out at the moment, so I'm very sorry for the lack of videos there. I've had a lot of people asking like about the progress, but I've really loved the ones that I have put out. They've been really fun to make. And then the second series that I've loved making this year has been my Deep Chats series. So this is where I get a friend on and we discuss a topic, like an issue, something that both of us like have experience with or have dealt with in the past and share our thoughts on it, basically. Just going to a bit of a deeper level than talking about tools or software or process or something like that. More the human side of being a creator and like the emotional impacts that it has. So I've loved making that. I've loved that the people that I've had on have been super willing to be open and be honest and share their thoughts. And it's made for some of my favorite like conversations in general, and they just so happen to be captured on camera. So if you haven't seen any of that series yet, then I will link the playlist in the description. You should go check them out. Now, because I hit 100,000 subscribers recently, I have noticed a very big increase in the number of people who are asking me lately when I'm going to do YouTube full-time, if I'm going to do YouTube full-time and all of that. And it's forced me to really sit down and think about what I'm actually trying to get out of my YouTube channel, because I don't know, when my channel was smaller, it was really easy to just brush that off and be like, no, what are you talking about? Of course I'm not doing YouTube full time. But now that my channel is getting bigger and I can see that if I did want to focus on this and if I did want to make this my full-time thing, there's a few things that I need to change, and like I could really go after that. And so now that that's an option, I guess, it's an active choice for me not to make it full-time. I want to remain a designer first and foremost. That is the thing that I love the most, and design is why I love making videos too. I don't like making YouTube videos for the sake of making YouTube videos. Every now and then it's fun, like I'm not really talking about design in this video, I'm just having a catch up with you. But I think I would find it hard to keep making videos if that was all I was doing every week. I love sharing pieces of my design process. I love sharing with you projects that I've worked on, things I've learned as I've worked on certain projects, like keeping you updated on my learning to code, that sort of thing. All of that is stuff that I'm doing as a designer, like in my design career, and like telling you how it's going and like how I did it over on YouTube. So YouTube wouldn't be the same for me if I did it full time. I don't think that I would like it as much, and it's not where my main passion lies, you know. However, more and more these days, I'm seeing YouTube as just another part of my design career. Like that design career isn't just made up of moving pixels around, it's also made up of doing YouTube videos and speaking. And in the future, I want it to be made up of running an online course and writing a book. So all of these things are going to come together to form my dream career, essentially. So because YouTube for me is a small part of my wider career, it just doesn't make sense for me to want to go full time with it. So yeah, that is my answer to that question if you were thinking about asking it. For this to work for me and for me to have the like brain space to focus on the things that I'm truly passionate about, I am going to have to make some changes to the way that I, think about my YouTube channel, I suppose. I feel like I've slipped into accidentally just doing what other YouTubers do in terms of earning money through YouTube. As you know, I have a regular sponsor on my YouTube channel. I work with Webflow about once a month, and they are a wonderful company to work with. Great people, great product. I love the videos that we've made together. But I get a lot of other sponsorship requests too through my email. And I don't know, I find email really overwhelming, to be honest, to go through and deal with when people are writing to me. And so I have to consider each one and think, oh, is this something that my audience would be interested in? And then if it is, I need to try out the product itself and see if I actually like it, if I'd be willing to let them sponsor. It's a whole process and it's a lot of work when, to be honest, I very rarely take on new sponsorships anyway. So going forward in this next year on my YouTube channel, I'm going to give myself permission to just immediately say no to any request that comes through where it's a product or a tool that I don't already know and use and love. So that severely cuts down my money-making opportunities on YouTube, but I'm okay with that because like I said, this is not my full-time focus. I would rather have the time that I would spend, evaluating that product, deciding if it's a good fit, filming the video, whatever. I would rather spend all that time working towards the projects that I already know I want to do and that I already know I don't have a lot of time for. Things like making my website, first off, but then also the course and the book, like I alluded to before. I think I worried that I was doing myself a disservice by not fully investigating each of these opportunities and giving them a good go and thinking them through, because I know that I'm lucky to be in a position where brands are reaching out and wanting to sponsor videos on my channel. But just gotta do what's right for me and go with my gut. And another example of this is there's been a few times this year, in this past year on YouTube, that I've been offered invitations to come on a trip to attend an event or see something and make a vlog about it, and that vlog would be sponsored, the trip would be paid for, etc. I love travel, as you know, do a lot of it. And so these are the opportunities in particular that I'm really interested in. But I think I've come around to thinking that I'm less interested in being paid to go somewhere and vlog it than I am in being paid to go somewhere and speak at an event. That is the sort of travel that I want to be doing. So those are the opportunities I'll be paying attention to, and less so the ones where I get invited to come on a trip. Again, it feels weird saying this and it feels like I'm being super ungrateful or something, but I don't know. I had a lot of travel for work this year, a lot of conferences and things like that, and I spent a lot of time trying to figure out some of these trip opportunities and trying to make them happen because, like I said, that's exciting that someone wants to pay you to come on a trip and make a video about it. It put a lot of weight on my shoulders and a lot on my mind, and it stressed me out a lot. So again, I'm just gonna cut that off and allow myself to not think about it and not worry about it. I know I'm gonna hate editing this video because all of that just sounds like the ultimate in first world problems, but I hope you understand what I mean. I just really wanna tell you how I'm thinking of YouTube at the moment and how I'm framing it in my mind. Basically, I just want it to be an outlet to share things that I'm learning and things that I'm doing. So that's what I'm gonna stick with. Coming up in the next year on this channel, I have no growth goals. Getting to 100,000 was my ultimate dream on YouTube, and I've hit it. I think I'm at 114,000 at the time of making this video. So we'll just see what happens from here on out, to be honest. You can expect more in the deep chat series, hopefully, when I can find new people to be on it. More in my website redesign series. I promise that'll start moving a bit faster once I stop traveling so much. Yeah, more of my process, more projects that I'm working on, things that I'm learning. There's a lot that I have saved up and ready to film and share with you all. So I'm excited about it. I hope you are too. Lastly, I just want to say a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters for sticking with me. I'm not the most organized person when it comes to setting up all our calls on time and things like that. And I just really appreciate that you have stuck with me, and I love having your support. I love having you there. And I love when you listen to my Patreon podcast and reply to the post that I put in there. Yeah, it just means a lot, and I thank you for your support. So thank you very much. All right, gotta wrap this up because I gotta go and get some work done. So thank you for listening to this very long ramble. I would love to hear from you what you want to see from my channel in the next year. What types of videos do you want to see? Is there some you want to see more of? Is there some that you've seen me put out that you want to see less of? I don't know. Let me know so I can make sure that I'm creating the things that are the most useful for you. All right, thank you for watching. Really appreciate your support, and I will see you in the next video.